Many thanks for choosing us. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. The police is expected to put the leader of the Fix the Country movement, Oliver Barker-Vormawor, before the court this morning. Vormawor, who was arrested on Friday, is on a hunger strike. The movement announced in a statement that Mr. Barker-Vormawor has refused to eat since his arrest on Friday for what police say is his Facebook post threatening to stage a coup. Has criticized the Ghana police statement. It says it will arraign the Fix the Country convener Oliver Barker-Vormawor. We'll hear from Martin Kpebu, but listen to a member of the Fix the Country talking about Vormawor's hunger strike.
In high spirits, he is currently on a hunger strike. So he's only taking fluids. He's not taking any food at all. When you say what did we discuss, a bit more, you need to be a bit more specific. The hunger strike is just he's using it to highlight the injustices of the state. So if you look at the fact that he was, accosted by some people at the airport when he arrived on Friday, that was around 5. They accosted him around 5. He was detained for over 24 hours where his family, his lawyers, nobody knew where he was exactly. And it was only around 6:30 yesterday that the police actually allowed him, they called the lawyers and allowed them access to him. So you see already they're infringing upon his rights, Even if you arrest someone or you detain someone, the person has a right to seek legal counsel. So that's one right that was denied of him. So he's just using this to highlight. And this, of course, is not something that probably just happens to Oliver. This is something that happens to Ghanaians all the time, where the police abuse their power. So he's just using his particular situation to highlight how this is a systemic problem.
Legal practitioner Martin Kpebu has criticized the Ghana police statement and that it says the Fix the Country convener will be arraigned before court today as unconstitutional. He argues the intended action by the police is a breach of Article 14(3) of the Constitution. This is because it flouts the 48-hour detention rule. Our court correspondent Joseph Akable joins us for more. Akable, what more do we know about Barker-Vormawor's arraignment in court? Hello, Joseph.
Just a short while ago, Aisha, he was remanded into police custody. This was after charges were leveled against him. Just one charge specifically that has been filed against him, the charge of treason felony. And I am here at the Ashaiman District Court. The state prosecutor, a police prosecutor specifically, ASP Sylvester Asari, took the court through the basis for the arrest of Mr. Oliver Barker-Vormawor. He explains that some time ago, the police received information that Mr. Barker-Vormawor was intending to incite persons to engage in a coup, and so they said investigation commenced, and subsequently they learned that he had been inciting them on social media, and so he was picked up. Let me quickly do the interaction with a few of his members of the Fix the Country conveners who are here with us here. Raphael, earlier you were telling me about how you feel about all what is happening now.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. It is very devastating what is happening in the country now. Ghana is a democratic country. We all admit to that fact. But what is happening now, Ghana is turning to be a banana republic. What is happening now is too much, okay? And the youth of Ghana, you can see from the people that Ghana is rising. The youth of this country are saying they are not happy with whatever that is going on. Akufo-Addo is the father of the land. And if indeed Akufo-Addo call us all as fellow Ghanaians, we have risen, and all we are saying is justice must be served. Coup does not mean you are going to vote against the government. They should go to the constitution, the dictionary, and check the meaning of coup. He never said he's going to organize a military coup. Oliver Barker is not a military officer. Oliver has never had any military training anywhere. He just made a comment that he is going to organize an e-coup. What is e-coup, Mr. Bawumia? Which comments, Mr. President, haven't you heard in this country?
He said.
You said it yourself. What is the meaning of all die be die, Mr. President? What is happening now in this country is sending this country in a ditch. And Akufo-Addo, if you remember the Arab Spring, what you said about the Arab Spring is about to happen.
Is that the same for you? How do you feel?
We are marching straight to the police station. We need to be there. Oliver needs to be granted bail. No crime in this country. Okay? Yes, sir.
I want to talk. Yeah, Abusia for Indian Ghana for some more sharing. I have faced the country freedom fighters. Yes, I never mato. The Akos no. Hello. The Akos no bet mato me. And I am Oliver Ebiana or Chanel. The meeting ya on the say social media. Based on social media, you can use social media to judge someone. Because the state some form a standing message, you know. Ebia, I'm influenced at alcohol, Ebia Mabo, Ebia Manomsa, Ebia drug addict, club me a standing message. And this Mr. IGP, say IGP, echo basic only on social media, any over Jumaya.
Sure, thank you.
Because
thank you. So thank you.
The state about sending message, you know. Who needs situation pakro Ebia no abo. At the end of course, in frustration, on wife, a crime or problem, or to me far phone, a sending message movie. Actually, oh, as they sorry, message I'm sending man on Best Roman. That's based on that we are calling you to court. I think this is highly frustrated. I say you can also judge it. Thank you very much. I'm faithful.
So thank you very much. And so that is another member of the Fix the Country group that you heard there. And Aisha, earlier, I was trying to run you through a bit of what transpired in court. I mean, specifically, he's been charged with treason felony. A request for bail was not granted by the courts. The judge noted that this is a matter that the district court does not have jurisdiction to grant him bail. Mr. Bakavomawa was represented in court by respected legal practitioner Mr. Kutuampao. He made an application for bail and he specifically accused the police of breaching the constitution by not ensuring that they put Mr. Oliver Bakavomawa before court within 48 hours. We got some explanation from the police. DSP Sylvester Asari, who led the prosecution team today, did explain that it is the case that on Sunday, when even before the expiration of the 48-hour window, they had made efforts and sent a team to the Chief Justice's office to ensure that they actually had a court that could sit and hear the matter within the 48 hours. But it proved futile, he indicated, and so it is on that basis that they had no choice but to arraign him at this morning. And so the latest from the Ashaman District Court is that Mr. Bakavomawa remains in the custody of the police up until February 28th. The court says he reserves the right of making an application at the High Court if he deems it necessary to do so. Aisha.
Joseph Akable is our man. He's reporting from the Ashaman court, and he's been telling us that Bakavomawa has been... Akable, if you're still there, can you describe his demeanor when he was given this sentence or when he was charged with this? Hello, Akable.
Together with one of the Fix the Country shirts underneath the suit. Very calm, he looked pensive. There were points in time that he folded his arms. There was one point in time that he had attempted to say something to the court, and the magistrate did indicate that he could not speak at that point in time and that his lawyers were going to address any concern. Specifically, this was at the time that the claim was being made that he was arrested at 10 p.m. on Friday. And so he wanted to speak to correct that impression that he had been arrested on Friday, 10 p.m. And his lawyers did in fact point out that the arrest was effected sometime around 4 p.m. on Friday. And so it was a look of calmness, pensiveness, and also monitoring what was going on closely. Right after proceedings, he was led out of the courtroom right here on my left-hand side and brought into the waiting police vehicle to be taken into police custody, Aisha.
Akable, we are told that he's on hunger strike. How did he look? Did he look like somebody who's not eating for days?
I mean, obviously, for those of us, and by way of the media landscape and the interactions we've had with Mr. Bakavomawa, he doesn't look as energetic as we've all known him to be on a normal day. I mean, he's quite a vociferous young man. He was a bit calm at this time around and looked very pensive. as he was actually brought into the court handcuffed. And when the case was called, the cuffs were taken off, but eventually the cuffs were fixed again and he was taken into the waiting van. But we understand from the group and those who are close to him that the hunger strike, he's taking flutes. It's just meals that he's not taking. And it's to register his displeasure at the fact that he believes that his arrest is unlawful and his rights are being breached by the state security apparatus.
Reporting from the magistrate's court where Baka Vomawo was sent to this morning. He's being charged with treason felony and he's to appear before the district court on the 28th February. So we'll be monitoring this for you. This is where to stay, the Joy News channel. We have all the updates for you. But Deputy Defense Minister Kofi Amankwa-Manu says the security agencies are on high alert to deal with any acts that threatens Ghana's peace and stability. He says threats of a coup d'etat should not be encouraged in a democracy when there are disagreements over the government's policies and decisions. He says such pronouncements tend to adversely affect the external image of the country. There's more in the following report.
The Deputy Defense Minister described as worrying threats of a coup d'etat by convener of the Fix the Country movement, Oliver Baka Vomawo, over the controversial e-levy debate. Mr. Amankwa-Manu says coup-mongering has devastating effects on growing economies like Ghana. He, however, says there should be no cause for worry.
Every Ghanaian living in this country called Ghana to go about their normal duties without any fear, because I have so much confidence in our men in uniform. They are prepared to protect this country from those I will call the destroyers, the doomsayers, because for them, probably, I don't know what really they will seek to benefit from coup. But I believe, in all fairness, that majority of Ghanaians do not want that to happen.
Mr. Amankwa-Manu is also unhappy with a statement by General Secretary of the NDC, Johnson Esiedun Ketia.
We want to develop this country, and we can develop this country not through coups. No, we can develop this country by sharing ideas. We can always disagree to agree. We don't have to fight. That is why I thought it was in a bad taste when the General Secretary of the NDC said that if they want to make sure that whatever standing orders or the laws we have in Parliament work, and they have to slap for those laws to work, they will slap. For crying out aloud, Parliament is not a boxing arena, and nobody wants to go there and box. We go to Parliament to debate. We go to Parliament to share ideas. It's a place where we always agree or disagree to agree so that we can push the country forward. Thank you very much.
The lawmaker spoke to a section of the media after launching a youth livelihood empowerment project in his Achumang-Kwanwuma constituency in the Ashanti region. Some 120 sewing machines were presented to some youth currently undergoing the CAM-led fashion model. The project has been instituted to equip over 1,000 youth with employable skills for a sustainable livelihood.
And if you just joined us, Oliver Baka Vomawo has been charged with treason felony. He is to reappear before the court on the 28th of February. We have more for you on the Joy News channel. You need to stay here for all the updates. Now to other stories. One person has been confirmed dead in the clash between the police and the youth of Lamashegu. Another 7 persons have sustained various degrees of injury during the riot. The police attempted to arrest a man who had refused to stop at a police checkpoint. The suspect allegedly drove through a police checkpoint and sought refuge at Lamashegu Palace with the police on the heels and firing gunshots at him. The youth of the town, upon seeing this, pelted stones at the police and burnt car tires in the middle of the road. The police brought in reinforcements with heavily armed men in water cannons to disperse the visibly angry youth. Following an initial investigation into the shooting incident at Lamashegu in Tamale involving the Tamale District Patrol Team, the police administration has interdicted some police officers involved. Let's get more. And Northern Regional Correspondent Martina Buguri joins us. Zoom with details. Before we speak with Martina, there's a statement that has been released by the police right now. I'll read excerpts for you. The police administration interdicts 6 police officers involved in the shooting incident at Lamashegu. And it says, following an initial investigation into the shooting in Lamashegu in Tamale involving Tamale District Patrol Team, the police administration has interdicted the following police officers: number 46497, General Corporal Samson Kwekudafo; number 50249, General Corporal Prosper Momesimu; number 56190, General Constable Harrison Chumdanso, driver; number 57436, General Constable Matthew Sa; number 58823, General Constable Nuhu Muntari; and number 11319, PW Constable Doris Sewa Bonso. The police administration has also dispatched a team of investigators led by the Deputy Director General of the Criminal Investigation Department, Mr. Frederick Ejay, to lead the investigation into the matter. Personnel from the Police Professional Standards Bureau have also been detailed alongside the CID team to look at professional standard-related issues of the incident. The Northern Regional Police Commander has been tasked to liaise with the affected families and offer them the necessary support in line with police regulations. We are appealing to the people of Lamashegu and the entire Tamale metropolis to remain calm as the investigation continues into the unfortunate occurrence. Would like to assure the public that anybody found culpable will be dealt with according to the law. Martina Bugri is on the line. She'll be telling us more on this. Martina, what's the latest update on this clash?
The latest we know now is that 6 persons have been interdicted. The young man who died yesterday at the hospital after he was shot at the Lamashegu area. We also know that he's 18 years old, a student of Omar Al Maktoum Junior High, that's around Lamashegu. He had come to the JHS Junior High School Park to play with his friends football. And then when the fighting or the shooting started, I should say, they tried to escape, and in the process, he was hit by a stray bullet. And when he was sent to the hospital, he later on died. And so this is the latest that we know. Currently, as we speak, the town is calm. Lamashegu is very calm. The shops that were closed yesterday, the market is there. The people are back to the market this morning. Stores have also been opened. We are told that the minority leader was visiting the area this morning. We are also told that the Regional Security Committee will be visiting the area this morning. And so that's the update we have for you this morning.
So the 6 police officers who have been interdicted, what individual roles did they play in this whole clash?
The police have not said much. We are told that after the RESEC meeting, they will be addressing the media. And so some of these questions they will come up when they meet with the media this morning.
But right now, is there calm in the area, and how are the residents and the people who are involved in this whole thing, how are they taking this interdiction?
There is calm in the area, like I said earlier. People are back to their work, the market is open. I mean, people are in the market this morning, shops are open. People are going about their duties. But you would also find people discussing this issue. It's not the first that it has happened, it's not the second time, and people are really very upset about what they say and a total disrespect for their traditional, something they think that they need to have it addressed before it gets out of hand.
Martina Bugri is a woman in the Lamashegu district where this whole thing is happening. We'll still bring you updates on the 6 interdicted police officers and what the police service intends to do with them. We'll take a break on News Desk. We'll bring you more shortly. Welcome back to News Desk. To the rest of our stories. The government has cut short for the construction of the first secondary school in the Nyonyo-Nanswani district of the Northeast region. The 12-unit classroom block at Nanswani, when completed in October, will be used to establish a girls' model senior high school. Speaking at a short gathering to introduce the project, contractors MP for the area, Oscar Lewal, told the residents that the project was in fulfillment of their long-standing dream to have a secondary school within the district. The residents speaking to JoyNews said getting a secondary education at their doorstep will help reduce the menace of child forced marriage, teenage pregnancy and KIA, therefore appealing to government not to abandon the project. Correspondent Elias Otanko has more.
The Nyonyo-Nanswani district in the Northeast region, since its creation from the Bumpurgu-Nakpanduri district 4 years ago, is yet to witness any drastic change on the ground, with poor and limited access to essential public services and deteriorating living standards still very much the order of the day. Notably, among the countless development challenges faced, the district has no senior high school to provide access to secondary education, which was one of the high points for the separation of the district. As parents are unable to afford to send their children out of the district for secondary education, children here are often compelled to take their destiny into their own hands after completing the junior high school, a situation said to be contributing significantly to the chronic underdevelopment and increasing social problems such as teenage pregnancy, child forced marriage, KIA, among others. However, after many years of complaint to the central authorities, the situation is about to change.
When we talk of girls' education, Nyonyo-Nanswani district has been left far behind. And our chief thought it wise to request for girls' model senior high school from the Vice President, through our Honorable Member of Parliament, through the District Chief Executive. Thank God this morning, we are here with contractors to start the contracts in Nanswani here.
Mr. Bintian Conlan is the District Chief Executive. Before the chief and people of Nanswani, the second largest community in the area, the DC has just announced the construction of a 12-unit classroom block to be used to establish a girls' model senior high school. There was an outpouring of excitement as the residents thanked the government and spoke of the benefits of getting a senior high school at their doorstep.
Many of them travel to Kumasi, Accra, even to Tamale to do KIA. And this is just because of lack of education. Some SSs are very far from here, so they find it difficult to get to that point for their education. So I think this project will help the girls in this community to be well educated.
I believe teenage pregnancy and forced marriage will reduce significantly when a senior high school is established. Our girls here mostly end up in these situations due to the absence of higher learning institutions, but also poverty.
The way our girls was going for KIU and then all of us was not happy, and because the government of Nana Akufo-Addo and the Vice have done, we don't know what to talk to them. It's only that we want them to be there and there and there so that everything will be coming like the way they have come today. So I'm very, very happy.
We will feel proud and relieved when the school is built. Our mothers will be proud as well because their children will now have access to secondary education under their supervision. Funded by the Ghana Gas Company, the project is expected to be ready for use by October. At a short-cutting gathering, the Member of Parliament who facilitated the project said it will promote girl-child empowerment as well as help in the development process of the district.
When you look at the girl-child in this district in particular, you can count the number of females who have been able to climb the educational ladder. They are not up to 10. It's so
Let's now go back to the Lamashego disturbances and speak with DCOP Kwesi Fori, who is Director of Public Affairs of the Ghana Police Service. I'm grateful for your time, DCOP. First, what individual roles did the 6 police officers who have been interdicted play in the Lamashego clash? The reason why you've interdicted them? Hello, DCOP.
Yeah, thank you. For your information, the police carried out an initial preliminary investigation, and in line with our service instructions, rules, and regulations. But such a thing occurred during our duty tour. It is fair that such persons, officers, should be interdicted and allow full-scale investigation. As the administration pinpointed, they've launched a full-scale investigation into the issue following the discharge of weapons regarding the 6-member patrol team from Tamale District Police Headquarters. At the moment, the police administration has directed that DCOP Mr. J should lead the investigations, supported by 3 experienced detectives from the CID headquarters and 3 other officers from the Police Professional Standard Bureau. And jointly, they might carry out investigations regarding issues bordering on administrative and professional matters, as well as issues that falls within the domain of the CID. And as I speak to you, everything is ready, and they will soon commence that investigation. Meanwhile, the regional commander in charge of the northern region, Commissioner of Police, Mr. Bonga, has also been asked to liaise with affected families and have a conversation with the chiefs and opinion leaders in Lamashego to enable us have a peaceful atmosphere to conduct our investigations. We've also appealed to the youth in particular to remain calm as we investigate this matter, and that on completion of investigations, we'll make sure that justice is done to all parties involved in the drama. We also like to frown upon attacks on police officers and their very institution, the GPS. It is not appropriate, to do that. And that's what also will be looked at. But we appeal for calm. Meanwhile, the police and the military will continue to patrol that environment to make sure that we ward off any kind of threat.
When will this investigation end, DCOP?
Pardon me.
When is this investigation going to end, so that we know who is guilty and who is not guilty?
It is a very speedy one that will be concluded in a matter of days, and the outcome will be made known.
If the police officers are found culpable, what sanctions await them?
If underlined, if they are found culpable, be it administrative or otherwise, will be taken. We know that police officers work under a very tense situation, very complex situations. But when such a thing comes, interdiction does not only suggest that it's a punishment, but it's a way of getting access to them, to assist in full investigations, with their presence and contribution.
DCOP, stay on for me, because you've been accused, and I'm talking about your arrest and charging of Bakavomawo for treason felony. You've been accused of breaching the Article 14.3 and which requires you not to keep a suspect in your custody for more than 48 hours. Why so?
Thank you. They've put him before court, and those issues may fall within the ambit of the court. It is a fair ground where all parties could be heard as to reasons and counter reasons, and let's leave that to the court.
But was there a particular reason why the police had to do that?
As you are aware, we are in a democratic environment. We are all subject to the dictates of the Constitution, and that enjoins us to uphold the values of the Constitution and the constitutional establishment and order. And for such a post, which threatens the very foundation of democracy and the Constitution, definitely police might come in, because police are the enforcers of the law. And that is what we did. And we've not taken action for ourselves, but we've gone to court. And I believe that that is the place, a fair ground for all parties. And we should respect that we are in court.
This COP, there's a case, a Supreme Court case that has given the leeway for courts to sit on weekends and even on holidays. You should have arraigned him before court per Article 14.3 on Sunday. Why didn't you do so?
We are in court. All these things could be considered. Those things could be raised, and we are in court.
I'm grateful for your time. DCOP Kwesi Fori, he is the Director of Public Affairs with the Ghana Police Service. Let's talk about Valentine now, because Valentine Day is celebrated annually to affirm love and affection to partners, family and friends. But the season also offers sales opportunities for traders to maximize profits by stocking items in the red flavor. Anita Sewa Ajoga reports chocolates are featuring prominently in the sale of Valentine products in Kumasi.
Apart from red clothing, flowers, teddy bears and wine, chocolates are among the favorite items of gifting among Ghanaians in celebrating Valentine's Day. Since 2007, Ghana has celebrated Valentine's Day as National Chocolate Day to promote the consumption of chocolate and other cocoa products among the population. The idea has caught on with Ghanaians as many buy chocolate and other cocoa products for their loved ones. Ajua Benedicta, a trader, is cashing in on the season by selling chocolates.
The chocolate business is really booming. It was slow last year, but sales this year is good.
Other traders say customers often request the inclusion of chocolates in Valentine hampers.
All my customers want chocolates included in their hampers.
Because the chocolates are Valentine. A number of businesses take advantage of the season of love to make good profits from the sale of packaged Valentine gifts. Some businesswomen who spoke to Love Business News say discounted prices on preferred products help increase sales.
For Valentine's Day, people prefer that I probably give a 20 or 30% discount rather than a hamper. Then the person chooses what she wants.
It's the season of love, and I'm right here in the Central Business District to find out how traders are planning to celebrate Valentine's Day. So join me and let's find out.
It's a Valentine Day. Come on, Maya.
Valentine's is for the young folks.
Omo na ekwato to ade amema ye boys ne ye girls ye nzuzu ya walwale awie nti em fa Valentine
Mimi hu bi sada say dia aso Valentine.
I have never celebrated Valentine's Day.
Obi di ne boy obi ni ni kunu apie mi hu bi da. Valentine say atu ye dwom ye di ni dwom say odofo de ebu a check.
We will celebrate the Valentine's Day in the markets.
And I say race watch be.
No matter it takes you buy it for me, I will collect it because I know any force to say ABR for ABR.
How are you celebrating Valentine's Day? Well, love is in the air. For JoyNews, Anita Sewa Ajogan reporting.
Messages for loved ones would be sent with gifts and, of course, romantic words today, as many across the globe celebrate Valentine's Day. That message would have the name of your partner, and we at JoyNews have been finding out how you call your loved one and how you will be spending your day.
Everything's maybe I'll be expecting things from friends and yeah.
Valentine Day idea e komado fo obi a odono obi a osumboma o brabo ma na wakoma mudo na nkasa se du Valentine Day so o chire bibi na nipa no so odono nti mesi enu mebeto akoton nti ebi obi o wa ope bibi di akoche obi de edan ne kuma so no sana nipa no be hu se eju o so no so ayede wa show bibi eso hu so odono.
Oh, plans dey me obi pray because edu samre enye se wo twen se obi na emeche wade se won so show love e chire obi enti me afi me first love me show ye ma sorry children service be se me ye bibi e man kwala no eno so free wa me wona fofo bebre afi Monday my plans be bre se meche o made me so me expect gift free me na fofo
because the plans in the a bay in Japan because they are year round a dog sumi money de I say ye baby my ye partner so energy no more the kai sampa they have a future wife behind them.
Happy Val's Day to you. We'll take a break on News Desk. We'll bring you more in business.
Good morning, welcome to business. My name is Daryl Kwao. Automobile company ZONDA Tech Ghana Limited has opened a new office at Adako Jach near Ejuso in the Ashanti region. The company has pledged to offer quality services to the business community in the region. Prince Apia was at the opening ceremony and now reports.
The Ghanaian-based automobile company ZONDA Tech Ghana Limited specializes in the sale and distribution of heavy and light-duty vehicles. Since it began operations in 2010, the growth in the transport sector, mining and construction has defined their focus. ZONDA Tech operates a combination of automated and manual vehicle assembling plants to harness the process of vehicle assembling. Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry, Michael Ochre-Befi, says government will continue to create the enabling environment for the private sector to boost the socio-economic fortunes of the Ghanaian people. He spoke at the opening of the Adako Jach branch of ZONDA Tech Ghana Limited.
With a growing demand for heavy-duty trucks arising from growth in the transport, construction, mining, and other related sectors, ZONDA Tech has positioned itself to become a leading assembler and supplier of trucks, including Sino-truck road tipper trucks, Lingang excavators and payloaders, Chantui payloaders, bulldozers, graders, rollers, backhoes, foreland light duty trucks, ZONDA tricycles, Fiat beds,
lowbeds, and farm tractors. Furthermore, ZONDA is assisting artisans with technology transfer and capacity building so that they can assemble high-quality trucks for both domestic and the international markets. I wish to underscore the fact that the expertise of ZONDA Ghana Limited, the reputation of the durable trucks market know-how, and timely delivery of service to meet the requirements of its customers has positioned the company as a major competitor in the transport, construction, mining, and related sectors within the economy.
Yang is the managing director of the company.
Kumasi is not only known as a mining zone, but also as a manufacturing hub. So our machineries, our trucks, it can satisfy the need for the mining area and construction area, and also our light trucks can satisfy the manufacturing hub. And in the meantime, we have the pickups, so it will add to the life of our Kumasi people. So today, it is so important for ZONDA because it marks a milestone development for ZONDA Tech.
The Adakujachi branch is expected to create direct employment for 45 people and indirect jobs to hundreds. Chief of Adakujachi, Nanakwesi Bosompem III, is happy about the employment opportunities so far, but wants more to be generated.
The people of Adakujachi and its environs are grateful for this development project on our land. I therefore make this passionate appeal to the management to consider the youth of Adakujachi during employment or engaging workers. This I mean, both skilled and unskillful.
Branch manager Inokose Tutu assured the business community in Ashanti region of enhanced services.
Our passion for this region in terms of growth and service is nothing short of excellence. In a region that plays a pivotal role in the development of the country and that which has so much diverse areas, is known for its production in manganese, bauxite, various agricultural commodities such as cocoa and yam. We are more happy to be here to provide service for your various areas of trade.
Prince Apia reporting.
Communication giant Vodafone Ghana, the Vodafone Red Cloud service to help secure the digital activities of businesses. The Vodafone Red Cloud storage can be easily accessed using internet services and has many benefits over local storage systems. There is more in this report.
Through Vodafone Red Cloud, the telecommunications company is offering a safe, smarter and simple way to transform businesses. The server is a powerful virtual computer that is built, hosted, delivered and managed by Vodafone. Cloud storage enables organizations to store and retrieve critical data when needed. Tara Bolarin, Director for the Enterprise and Wholesale Vodafone Businesses, stressed on the benefits of signing onto the Vodafone Red Cloud.
For us at Vodafone, as a technology provider, we use cloud, and a lot of what we do today and a lot of the applications that we run today on our network is also in the cloud environment. So extending that to our customers is a natural progression of things. Most organizations today will be familiar with cloud services that are hosted outside of Ghana. Red Cloud is hosted in Ghana in a secured facility with a highly secured IT environment and IT security policies. The reason why it provides an additional benefit is because from a regulatory perspective, there's certain data that you cannot host or store outside of the country. So you have that ability to be able to store it locally. It also provides flexibility for you from a pricing perspective, depending on what it is that you want to do. We are able to sit down with customers and speak to them about the total solution on what they need, what kind of connectivity solution works for them.
Speaking at the Vodafone Technology Forum held in the Ashanti region, Tawa Bolarin assured companies of the protection of their data. According to her, signing onto Vodafone Red Cloud is cheap and affordable.
The solution itself has several multitude layers of security to ensure that from a Red Cloud perspective, it couldn't be any more secure than any other best-in-class cloud services that you have today globally. It is world standard security. The charges will be dependent on exactly how much resources that you need. And what I mean by that is space that you need and what it is that you want to do. So we have a bouquet of pricing depending on the package, but our preference will be to sit down to actually understand your needs better and then design something for you. But one thing that you can be guaranteed is that it will definitely be cheaper than what it is you are using to run the same service today in your business. You can access Vodafone Red Cloud from anywhere, from any network globally. You don't have to be on the Vodafone network, although I strongly recommend that you should be, but you don't have to be on the Vodafone network to be able to access your resources. You don't have to be in Ghana to be able to access your resources. You can do it through a private list line, or you can do it over the internet securely.
Some IT professionals who spoke to Joy Business expressed satisfaction with the initiative.
Today, technology is almost driving everything, and coming from the financial sector, storage and security is one thing that we really take importance of. And I think this meeting also came at the right time, knowing that now I can save money that I'll probably be using to buy, gadget and build bigger infrastructure and have that service given to me by Vodafone.
Now, as we move into a world where you have to actually forecast the market, I think having to take a lot of the stress of IT infrastructure, management and all that onto a cloud system where you can actually then deal with the data, analyze and forecast. I think with this system, there's a bright future for savings and loans. So I think it's it would be very beneficial to savings and loans in terms of how we manage our market space and how we reach out to our customers and all that.
Anita Sewajuga's report read to you.
And that's business. Sports is coming up next.
Time now for sports. Muftau Nabila is here with more, and I'm hearing about CK Akono.
Yeah.
The conversation is back on the table.
Yeah.
So look, if you don't want me, you owe me. Pay me my money. Let me go sort myself out.
And the interesting thing about even that conversation is that he was promised by the ministry and the GFA that they were going to pay him by September 30. He was sacked on September 13th. On the letter they wrote to him, they said they were going to pay him off by September 30. But this is the first time they're going to make payment. We understand $50,000 have been made available for him.
Okay.
The check was ready as of last week, Friday. He's supposed to pick it up today. What we cannot tell whether CK Akono will go and pick it up because we understand there are some reservations in the camp of CK Akono. They think that they should be paid off and not be paid in base. Okay. Or they should come to the table and discuss maybe a payment plan of what should happen and not just once in a while you feel like paying me, you pay. Checks at the sports ministry indicated that CK Akono had initiated court actions against the GFA and the ministry. So they wanted the court to complete the processes, but the case was never processed in court. So just recently, conversations were had with the Ministry of Youth and Sports, who decided, and this conversation actually started last week Wednesday, and within 48 hours, they made available 2 months of his arrears. He's actually owed 11 months arrears. Sign-on fee of $50,000 was also never paid. The sign-on fee is always paid to you before you start work.
But his was never paid. But when they brought in Milo, they paid him, right?
Milo's too was not paid.
Milo's too was not paid.
Yeah. For Milo's sign-on fee was $100,000. CK Akono was $50,000. Milo, per our understanding, even up now since his second, they've not even paid him 1 month yet.
Okay.
We gather they want to pay him till his contract elapses in September. And but CK Akono, they've decided they want to pay him 2 months.
Arrears for now.
Yes, for
the rest.
The rest maybe they need to go to a negotiation table and put together a payment plan. So when they discuss the payment plan, then they can now go by the payment plan they have with him. But at this point, there's no payment plan with CK Akono, and that is where we are.
And how does the man himself feel about all of this? It's not
quite terrible. He feels very disrespected by the Ghana FA and the Ministry of Youth and Sports. They feel that he's not been treated fairly, and. I've had conversations with people who are very close to CK Akono, and they would tell you that emotionally he's not okay with himself. But what is it? It's a service to the country. He feels that there are better opportunities out there, and there's a possibility he might even come back someday to manage the national team. That's why he doesn't want to make noise about it. Even his predecessor, Kwesi Appiah, was owed so many months until he finally got his money. Total, it was $117,000.
Wow.
CK's money is hitting almost $400,000.
That is a lot of money. Well, for God and country, as he says, let's hope that he will come back one day to complete what he started and also get his money in full. And that's how we wrap up sports. That's how we wrap up News Desk also this morning. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Many thanks for watching. Let's meet again at 12.